Hi, my name's Robert LeBay. I'm a real estate attorney in California. I've been practicing for over 25 years. And for the past 5 years, I've been very involved in the EB-5 space. I got a phone call from Joseph Nelson, the president and CEO of Helix Homes last year, and he asked me if I'd come out and talk about EB-5 a little bit. And I told him I'd be glad to do so. They've got a first-class real estate operation, and I thought it'd be an interesting opportunity. So I helped him set up a team of a variety of consultants and professionals, attorneys and accountants, to put together what I believe is a world-class EB-5 team. Let me talk a little bit about EB-5 to you. EB-5 means the employment-based fifth preference for securing PR, permanent residency, in the United States. It's a program that's been around for, believe it or not, 28 years, and in the form of regional center, 25 years. Goes back to 1993. The program's been responsible for several billion dollars of capital coming into the United States. And it requires the creation of 10 jobs per investor. There's a minimum investment amount of $1 million, and there's a requirement that per investor, 10 permanent jobs be created. So let's talk about how that looks a little bit. The process is one whereby a project is set up by a sponsor. They then submit a business plan to the USCIS along with an economic report. That economic report puts together an analysis of how many jobs the project is expected to create. And it's got to be one that's done reasonably and credibly, because the USCIS, which is governed by the Department of Homeland Security, is going to be reviewing it for compliance. So let's talk about where we go from there. If somebody's interested in participating in the program and they like the sponsor and their project, they retain an immigration attorney. He sets up and prepares an I-526 petition, and that petition is to secure conditional residency in the United States. And it's good for a period of 2 years. And prior to the expiration of that 2-year conditional residency card, also known as a green card, you submit an I-829 petition in order to obtain a permanent green card, and that's your permanent residency. Now, there are requirements that have to be met and that are very strict in the program. And the job creation is one that is very strict and must be proven. The other requirement is that all of the investor's money has to go into the program. So if the investor is investing $1 million, it has to go into what's called a new commercial enterprise, or NCE, and every dime of it must go into that NCE, and it must go in towards job creation. So when one applies for the permanent resident card, the permanent green card, at the end of the period, one must prove, with the help of the immigration attorney and a new economic report, that indeed those jobs have been created. And if they have been created and it's determined that the money was used specifically and solely in accordance with the business plan proposed, then chances are they're going to obtain that permanent green card, because the statistics for securing the green card in this program are quite high. So again, it's an employment-based fifth preference way to secure your PR, your permanent residency in the United States. And once that card is secured, that green card, it's valid for 10 years. And after 5 years of having it, you can apply for naturalized citizenship in the United States. So we have clients who decide not to apply for citizenship. Some do apply, it's entirely up to them. But the reason most of them do it is they want to have an opportunity to gain access to the United States, a very stable country politically, a very stable country economically, a country governed by laws and a government that's Democratic and Republican, and it's a proven system that's been going on for well over 200 years. So I encourage anybody who's interested in pursuing this program to look closely at whether or not the participant that you want to work with has surrounded himself with a very robust team who have deep knowledge about the industry, about the laws, the compliance, the best practices, and make sure you do your due diligence because at the end of the day, it turns out that if the proper procedures were taken and the steps taken, you can secure your permanent residency in the United States. Thank you very much.